Ohio State has Lorenzo Styles and Travion Henderson back deep to await the kick return to get this big matchup started. Ohio State and Indiana. McCormick approaches the ball, boots it with the right foot from his own 35, and that's going to be Travion Henderson fielding it at the 6 for Ohio State. Brings it up the middle of the field to the 15, swerves to his left to the 20, and he's taken down shy of the 25-yard line as Indiana is able to get that special teams tackle made. Lawton in the backfield gets a direct snap. Lawton running to the right side, and he's going to lug defenders with him into the end zone for an Indiana touchdown. Tyson Lawton, his 10th rushing touchdown of the year, and the Hoosiers strike first as they take a 6-0 lead. Carson Hinsman, the center, gets set over the ball to the Ohio State 40. Quarterback Will Howard's got a 3-receiver package. Gets the snap, drops back at his 30 to pass. Howard looks. Howard now rolling to the right side with pressure coming. Howard still running, fires on the run-up feet. Caught by Tate at the Indiana 35 where he steps out of bounds, and he did so in front of corner Jameer Johnson. Ate up a bunch of the yardage, but not enough.
That'll be 4th and 10. Does Ohio State want to go for it here?
Henderson to the backfield with Will Howard. 4th and 10, Ohio State at Indiana's 35, and the Buckeyes trailing by a touchdown. Snap to Will Howard. He sets up at the Indiana 45, hit while throwing downfield. Caught by Tate at the 16 of Indiana. Spins his way to the 11 and is finally taken down at the 11 by corner Jameer Johnson. And the Buckeyes somehow have gotten in the Giant Eagle red zone.
That is a key throw there. Will Howard had pressure. Indiana only brought 4. Ohio State didn't block 4. Man came free up the middle. Will Howard saw Cardell Tate there near the Indiana sideline and was able to hit him.
Ellison to the backfield, the quarterback Curtis Rourke. 3rd and 6, Indiana from their own 21-yard line, leading by a touchdown. Rourke in the shotgun with the ball. Pressure coming. Rourke being chased. Sacked. Taylon Tuimoloau, defensive end. He got some help from linebacker Cody Simon. The sack occurs back around the Indiana 6.
Buckeyes brought 6 there. Cody Simon came right up the middle. One of the offensive linemen came off of him, allowed Tuimoloau to come free, coming from the right side, working against that left tackle there. Buckeye defense gets a stop and forces a punt.
6th sack of the year for defensive end Jalen Tuimoloau. Caleb Downs back to await a punt. Howard in the gun gets a quick snap, throws quickly on the left side. Jeremiah Smith has it at the 29 of Indiana, eludes defenders, gets to the Hoosier 20 where he is forced out of bounds by safety Amari Farrell. That'll be another first down. Jeremiah Smith, freshman with a catch, getting the Buckeyes in the Giant Eagle red zone. Tight ends Thurman and Scott right side of the line. Henderson to the backfield to the right of quarterback Will Howard. 2nd and 1, Ohio State at Indiana's 11. Howard to go on top, tosses in the end zone. Ibuka has it for a score. 11-yard touchdown pass. Will Howard to Emeka Ibuka, who catches in a left portion of the end zone. And Ohio State a PAT away from tying this game. They trail 7-6.
Well, that time Indiana went to a zone coverage, zone blitz. They dropped their defensive end working against our left tackle to get some coverage back there. But Emeka was able to find his way through that zone coverage, come up wide open, and Will Howard put it right on the money for a TD for Ohio State.
His 25th passing TD of the year, Ibuka's 9th receiving touchdown. 3 wide to the left, single receiver to the right for Indiana on 3rd down. Snap to Curtis Rourke, back at his 29, pressure coming, sack! Cody Simon hit him from the back and dropped him at the 19-yard line. Linebacker Cody Simon blindsided Curtis Rourke.
Yeah, blindside right in the middle of the back. Hit that number 9 with his helmet, took him down. That's a sack and a half now for Cody Simon.
Fumble, recovered by the defense.
Oh!
Ohio State.
Wow, that one got by all of us. That ball is being spotted at the Indiana 18. Well, Cody Simon, all of the excitement about that.
Warning. Ohio State, their first of the game.
Had us watching what Cody Simon did when he hit the quarterback from behind. But Curtis Rourke did fumble that football. Lawton off the right-hand side of quarterback Rourke for Indiana. Rourke with a snap. Pressure coming. Cody Simon sacks him again. Right around the 24 of Indiana, the senior linebacker from Jersey City, having himself quite an afternoon so far.
That's 2.5 sacks for Cody Simon here in this first half. And number 0's had a chance to get some tackle for losses. He's been living in Indiana's backfield here early in this ballgame.
And untouched that time on his way to the quarterback. As we get close to the 2-minute timeout here, 2nd and 18, Indiana with the ball. Mark Langston, not the pitcher, the long snapper, will snap the ball for Indiana, who looks at 4th and 16 from their own 29-yard line. Evans has it, goes through his hands. He's got to get on it at the 10, and he's going to be tackled at the 6-yard line. David Adolph there to tackle him. Indiana has the snap go through the hands of James Evans, the punter, and Ohio State's going to have it 1st and goal.
Well, we might have talked that into existence. That hit him right in the hands, went right through his hands, and then down to the 5-yard line. Buckeyes in no hurry to score here. Take some time off this clock, get in the end zone before half.
I believe that was Caden Curry rather than David Adolph that got in there to blow that play up, and the Buckeyes are going to have it 1st and goal at the Indiana 7-yard line. Howard at quarterback, Henderson behind him at tailback. Snap to Howard, hands Henderson running right side. Henderson gets to the goal line and into the end zone. Travion Henderson with a touchdown for Ohio State, as the Buckeyes on a 4-yard run have the lead. Travion Henderson bounces it in for his 6th rushing touchdown of the year, and it's 13-7 Ohio State.
Good blocks on the front side, the left side, good blocks, cutoff blocks by the right side. Travion Henderson had to power over some defenders that last yard and a half, and he was able to do that to give the Buckeyes the lead.
Head high snap. Evans rolls to his right, puts the punt in the air. Caleb Downs for Ohio State drifting to his right. He's going to watch that bounce at the 30, roll to the 20, where Downs grabs a hold of it, spins by a defender at the 25, moves to the 30, 35, right side 40, 50-yard line. Caleb Downs behind blockers to the Indiana 40, middle of field to the 30, to the 20 goes Caleb Downs, to the 10, and into the end zone. Punt return touchdown for Caleb Downs. The last punt return for a score Ohio State had was against Indiana, and this one comes this year. 20-7 Ohio State. Caleb Downs with a punt return for a touchdown.
Caleb let that bounce 2 or 3 times, and then he grabbed it. Went right up the Ohio State sideline. How about that little spin move he had to start it? Up the sideline, back to the middle of the field, 79 yards and into the end zone. How about that, Big Daddy?
Well, I'll tell you what, Ryan Day's been talking about how they were on the verge with returns in their special teams. And 2 big special teams plays today. Emeka Ibuka, Jeremiah Smith wide to the right, Carnell Tate wide left. Snap to Howard. Fakes a handoff. Back to pass is Howard. Cocks the arm, fires down the right sideline. Caught by Ibuka at the 50, steps out of bounds at the Indiana 49. Emeka Ibuka, as he picks up the big first down. Safety Sean Asbury forced him out. That's a first down pickup presented by Kroger.
Emeka is really playing well today. He's the leading receiver now, 6 catches. That one for 25 yards, as they're going to spot that right on the 50-yard line.
Tight end Scott right side of the line. He'll motion to the left. Henderson in the backfield to the left of quarterback Will Howard. Gets the snap. Sets up shop at his own 45. Zips it up the left side. Caught Jeremiah Smith. Knocked out of bounds at Indiana's 34. Knocked out of bounds by cornerback D'Angelo Pons, but Jeremiah Smith claims the ladder to get the first down catch.
Boy, that was a heck of a throw there by Will Howard in the double coverage. They had him double, no doubt. They only rushed 3 guys, so that means they dropped 8 in coverage. And because Will had all day to throw, that gave Jeremiah enough time to get past the sticks to pick up that first down, and Will put it on the money.
Ball at Indiana's 34-yard line on the catch by the freshman from Opelika, Florida. Going to get under center Carson Hinzman to take the snap. Howard with a snap. Hands on a fly sweep. Smith. Jeremiah Smith right side, 15 of Indiana to the 10-yard line, taken down at the 9. And he's stopped by safety Amari Farrell. Jeremiah Smith from left to right on a fly sweep gets the Buckeyes in the Giant Eagle red zone. 3rd and goal at Indiana's 1. Tight end Kazmarek, left side of the line. Power T formation. Gerd, Henderson, and Judkins. Howard under center. Fakes a handoff, looks to throw, tosses in the end zone. Caught Jelani Thurman, his first collegiate touchdown. And it's 27-7 Ohio State. Will Howard to Jelani Thurman through the air.
Well, with those 3 tight ends in there, the 2 backs, they got heavy. But then Thurman snuck out wide open. No one there to coverage. The closest guy was Jalen Walker, number 2, the linebacker, and the Buckeyes, after trailing 7-0, had put 28 straight on the board.
Indiana at the 40 of Ohio State. Snap to Rourke, hands it Ellison running right side, and he's grabbed by linebacker Sonny Styles and stopped at the Ohio State 43, bringing up a course and 3rd down.
And that's a tackle for loss, minus 3 yards there, so now it's 3rd and 11 for the Hoosiers.
Kadick the center, snaps it to Rourke, fakes a handoff, he's in trouble, grabbed and sacked. Jalen Tuimoloau knocked him down. Defensive end with help from defensive end Jack Sawyer.
Well, Tuimoloau was a little bit slow, quiet last week, I'll say, not this week. Big sack number 4 against this Hoosiers offense who've only had 11 sacks coming in this ball game, 15 now for the season.
And the ball at the Indiana 34, where it's 2nd and 17 for the Hoosiers. A minute and a half to play, third quarter. 3rd and 10, Indiana from their 41-yard line. Rourke gets the snap, drops back at his 32 to pass. More pressure. He's sacked by Jack Sawyer, defensive end. Knocks him down at the Indiana 28-yard line. It's a sack party for this Ohio State defense.
5 sacks for the Buckeyes. Jack Sawyer getting in the party now. He's punched his ticket. He looped around. It was his left defensive end. Looped all the way around into the A gap and went straight ahead. Rourke saw him. Nothing he could do. Just kept retreating backwards. And now it's 4th and 21 for the Buckeyes.
Ibuka wide right. Smith wide left. 4th and 1, Ohio State at the 50. And Howard with a snap. Fakes the handoff. Sets up to pass. Sails that one up the left side of the field. Caught by Ibuka at the Indiana 30 to the 25 and shoved out of bounds at the 22. And a late shove after he was knocked out of bounds. And there's no penalty flag that comes out, but the Buckeyes get a big conversion to Emeka Ibuka before that stop is made by Jameer Johnson, corner.
Emeka Ibuka having a ball game now. I think that's a 7th catch in this game.
Just filtered out the left side and got that to get it to the Indiana 25-yard line. Who on the year is 7 for 8. Trying a 45-yarder. John Furman to snap it. Joe McGuire to put it down at the 35. Furman snap. McGuire spot. Fielding with a kick for a 45-yard field goal, and it is dead, solid, perfect. 3 more for Ohio State. Jaden Fielding with a 45-yard field goal to make it 31-7. Ohio State ahead of Indiana. Timeout on the field. Tight ends Thurman and Scott right side of the line. Single receivers right and left. Snoward gets the snap. Hands it Henderson running straight ahead. Travion Henderson loose to the 20, to the 10, and into the end zone. No, he slides at the 1. To go down at the 1 to burn the clock. Travion Henderson.
How unselfish is that?
Exactly.
Wow.
He was headed to the end zone, but slid to down the ball at a 1 with 1:42 and counting here in the 4th quarter.
Fans can't understand that, but that's a smart move there by Travion Henderson, and also a very unselfish move for a guy that, with that touchdown, would have moved in the top 5 in the history of the program.
Similar to what we saw Will Howard do at the end of the Penn State game.
Right.
Hinsman with G. Scott and Quinshon Judkins this time surrounding him. And they're going to push Will Howard into the end zone for a touchdown. He had Quinshon Judkins pushing him from behind, and Will Howard with a 1-yard TD run to make it 37-15 Ohio State.
How about Will Howard running the football? 7 touchdowns. I mean, we're talking Justin Fields type running attack out of quarterback. Unbelievable drive there for Ohio State. Of course, you get 39 on the first play. 2 plays later, they punch it in with Will Howard just going 1.
Well, Indiana, 1st and 10 at their own 25. Quarterback Curtis Rourke is going to hand it off. Tyson Lawton running straight ahead, and he's going to be tackled around the 27-yard line, and that tackle is made by Ohio State's Mickens, and that's going to be the end of it. Ohio State hands Indiana their first loss of the season. It keeps the Buckeyes' hopes to play for a Big Ten championship alive, and it officially moves things into Michigan week. Final score, 38-15. Ohio State defeats Indiana. Today's broadcast presented by Huntington. This is Buckeye football from Learfield.